Thanks for feeding them, man. And it looks like I'm locked in for this game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final night of matches for ESL Pro League. I am Mazer. Joining me on the mic, finally, luckily enough, is Maui Snake. And tonight, we're watching the second map of Ghost Gaming versus compLexity. compLexity sweeping fairly convincingly, although it got a little dicey towards the end, the first map on train. Let's see how they can do on Cbble.
This would be already like a good start for Ghost Gaming, getting a pick from Connor on Def, and it looks like it's going to be a B hit here as B finds the headshot on Ye, and Rick's finding another on Peter as well. Looks like the first round, good odds of it going Ghost's way with just Slemmy, full utility player for compLexity at top drop right now, looking for his time to strike.
And he is full utility, which is great for an execution. It's really not good for a clutch, and unfortunately, he will fall down. Seb taking him out, and Ghost Gaming up the pistol round. But of course, on Cbble, that's to be expected.
Yeah, CTs have quite a huge advantage on the CT side of this map, especially for pistols. There's a lot of angles that terrorists can approach from. A lot of them are flat. The most random area is definitely the drop area, but wasn't really abused by compLexity in that instance. And I just want to say thanks to Mazer and Kilroy for having me on your guys' stream. Thanks for picking me up for this one.
Yeah, we love you, man. We love to have you. Now, Connor, he's going to go into middle. He's going to grab the first headshot on a Def, but Demi with the... Slemmy, excuse me, with the close-range panicked eagle shots, he'll take down B, keeping things even, keeping Ghost Gaming honest, but, of course, Slemmy very, very lit. And as I mentioned a lot in the previous map, when you're low HP, it matters a lot more when you're fighting SMGs than it does when you're fighting rifles, and so Slemmy probably going to be hurting a lot from that.
Yeah, Slemmy's basically one shot from any gun right now, almost any weapon in... Yep, taken down right there by Seb. Android with a nice shot on Wardell, but trade across the other side of the map from Ricks on Peter. 3v2 situation in the favor of Ghost. Looks like they have a pretty commanding lead of this round, especially with Seb's positioning, getting a nice kill on Ye and nice taps on Android. 2-0 for Ghost Gaming.
Solid start, and compLexity still reeling, not really enough money to put together a full buy, and so it looks like they're forcing, which is an odd decision. I can't say as I agree with it. They were in a good spot to save this round and then come back with a full buy next. I'm really not sure why they decided to jump into it here. Yeah,
kind of a surprise buy here. If they have a set strategy that can close these kind of rounds out, that they have practiced and are very confident with, I can see it working. Maybe they know that Ghosts are going to be a little eco-hungry here. Already we're finding Seb moving through drop, about to push it. He might get caught out by Android in just a second. They're so close together, but they are not finding each other just yet. Inches apart from each other, actually.
I love when situations like that happen. Two ships passing in the night, and it just adds that added confusion of both players reporting their team, hey, this area's clear. You don't have to worry about it. I'm here. I'm watching this angle. And it just kind of lets the thief into the camp, essentially. And it looks like compLexity, they're shaping up for a bit of a B-bomb site. Hit Seb, he picked up really close and drop though, and obviously that position is going to be paying off for him. He'll take down Android very early on in the round, and Android, one of the key components to compLexity's success. He's a lot of firepower. Losing him this early is definitely not a good thing. When he's the first man down, it's tough for compLexity to recover from that. We saw that a lot on train.
But Ye is able actually to pick up a kill on Seb. As Seb is just fiddling through his grenades, Ye, finding the opportunity there, is able to take him down. And now the A hit has come in as Slemmy's going to get a headshot on Connor here. Going to start moving up this wood wall side, and Def's going to be spotting out B. B kind of out of position at this point, is actually going to get taken down. And now compLexity have quite a control of the A bomb site, but the bomb is actually down in the water position, guarded by Ricks, who only has 28 HP and a P90. Let's see if he's able to actually hold this position. And actually, Slemmy, hero of this round, it seems like. He's finding a kill on him as well, and now it's up to Wardell with just an M4 and no utility whatsoever. And Def's going to be able to take him out from the side. Good positioning from Def, a nice little flank there. I think he was aware of Wardell's positioning. And compLexity, I don't think we were fans of that buy, but actually they were able to pull through on that one. Just some nice defaulting, and Slemmy finding some crucial kills with that deagle.
It is one of those situations, though, where I almost think even though it worked, it wasn't necessarily the correct decision, but obviously it worked for compLexity. It was the gamble, and it paid off. So good on them. It's just, we said, you know, this is probably only a good idea if they have a preset strategy, and it was pretty clear they didn't. They played it by ear, and they still somehow managed to run away with the win, so more power to him for it. Now we're going to see Wardell. He posts up on the bomb site on stairs with the scout. He almost managed to tag someone. Unfortunately, that damage not quite going down, and this is just a testament to, I really don't like the scout. I think it's an overrated weapon unless you're in a coordinated duo designed to damage people with scouts and kill people with upgraded pistols.
Could have his uses on certain parts of certain maps. I don't know, during there, you're just taking a pretty flat-out aim duel towards the stairs, towards B-plat, and you can get maybe 70 damage off, but they can just easily run away from you. But we're going to find some action towards drop here, as Ye's going to fly down onto Seb, and he's actually going to get... Oh, 1D by Connor towards Plat, and Connor is traded out by Peter, and now it's down to B and Wardell. Original B's Money Crew members here are going to find Android and drop, but Peter and Android are going to find the headshots on those Money Crew members.
It's unfortunate because you would love to tell the story of the B's Money Crew duo managing this crazy 2 versus 5, but
yeah.
Very unceremoniously disposed of by compLexity, who have now gone even 2-2 and forced Ghost onto the eco.
Yeah, Ghost's not looking too hot into this round. Everyone buying to around 1,400, 1,500. Pretty good money management. Some people would underbuy on this round, thinking that they need 2,000, but actually, they know how to manage their economy. So, doing a good job here. And let's see if they can get anything with this pistol.
Economy management.
They're just taking classes. They do. They absolutely do. But B actually going to be baiting out his teammate in drop. Seb taking some damage, but B's actually able to swing out and get the kill on Android, making it a 4-on-5 in favor of Ghost. And when I say in favor, it's barely in favor, as Slamy's able to get the trade on B there. He's getting a little too greedy for that gun up there. And now Wardell maybe will suffer the same fate in drop. Actually, he's going to back up. Going to get a little wiser there, learn from B's mistakes. And compLexity just going to be holding out for a bit, letting the Ghost Gaming defense spread out, thin their numbers, know that the A bomb site could be taken. The Ghost members are starting to fill the routes towards there, as 2 of the members are on the A side. But now it's going to be a B split here, as Seb's able to get Ye. Slemmy gets the trade in return, and now Rick's in a nice one-and-done spot, but Peter wiser to it, as he's going to take him out. Slemmy finding another headshot on Wardell, and Slemmy, maybe the best anti-eco fragger on this compLexity team in this round. Just something you'd see from an IGL usually, but he's picking them all up, and Connor is able to pick up the FAMAS. I'm assuming he's just going to be saving it into the upcoming round. Maybe he's going to go for some damage. I guess we'll find out shortly.
I always like, especially when you have the FAMAS, which it's a great gun. Oh, wow. Wow, that was a nasty shot. But to get back to my point, it's not really the ideal gun for a full buy round, right? So if you have something like that, I feel like the benefits of waiting for exit frags outweigh the risks of losing that weapon, because it's just not as strong of a contribution to your team as, say, an M4 and AK would be. Yeah,
I agree with that. I think just saving guns in general can be used for certain spots. Just like, depending on a setup, there might be a guy that's in a more close range position where the FAMAS can be similarly effective to an M4. But I understand what you're saying there, and I actually totally agree with it. FAMAS, not the consolation prize you're looking for in that kind of round, but at least they did some damage to their economy.
I mentioned this the last game too. Saving weapons, a lot of people just kind of instinctually always save the weapon if they're the first player left, but you have to kind of weigh in your head when you're a player, what's my team's buy looking like next round? Do we need this gun? Do we not need this gun? Is my exit frags more useful than me saving this gun? A lot of little minutia decisions like that have to go into your decision whether or not to save the gun. It can't just be a snap thing because you're the only player left.
Yeah, enough damage into a round can actually spurn some teams to actually force in positions where they otherwise wouldn't, and change some strategies around. Yay, finding a nice kill on B, though, to open up the B bomb site. Connor, though, getting the trade into return. 4v4. And it looks like we're going to find another engagement here. Seb is going to fight Android towards drop, while the rest of compLexity is making their way back to the A bomb site, only defended by Wardell, the star B's Money Crew operator, now Ghost Gaming professional.
I do love watching Wardell's ops, but unfortunately, as we're hyping him up, Death unceremoniously takes him down. And now compLexity have a pretty big advantage going to this round, especially if you look at utility. Now, neither team has a large amount, but compLexity has it in spades compared to Ghost Gaming. And unfortunately, the utility is not going to matter for Seb or Android. A lot of fire exchange there. Seb losing a lot of health and Android falling over. And the Molotov going to force Rix out of position and allow compLexity to, at the very least, get the bomb down. Let's see how Ghost Gaming plays this post plant. They don't have any defuse kits, so time is truly a factor here. They have to be careful.
Looks like they're just going to be going for the save as they retreat towards the B platform. Can't really blame them here for this, having 2 rifles. And oh, they actually just picked up a kit, but that was too far for any real attempt to be made on the bomb site. And they're just going to be saving in T-spawn. Maybe they can get some more exit kills, but it seems pretty unlikely given their positions and the terrorist positions. So what do you think of this save? Think it's worthwhile?
The rest of this game is just going to be us micro-analyzing their saves and nothing else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just going to be economy management 101 with your hosts, Mazer and Maui Snake.
So the counter-terrorist side has quite a bit of money, especially because of loss bonus, so I would say that was a great time to save weapons. Of course, that has an added benefit because it's an AK and an M4. It's not anything subpar. These are weapons you'd be buying anyway. So essentially 2 players get to skip buying a rifle if this team decides to full buy right here. Although it looks like instead they're going to go for a little bit of a half buy, a little bit of a, you know, Bach would call this a kitchen sink buy. And that has its benefits too. Essentially your team isn't spending any money going into this round, but they still have a great shot to win because of those 2 rifles. So let's see how Ghost plays it.
Yeah, they're going to put Seb in the drop area with this AK. That's a great position to find AK headshots, given that the terrorists are going to be buying that head armor. They're not going to expect just getting instantly one-tapped by the AK. It's a great duel to take with the AK. I'm a big fan of it. And actually, Wardell's going to be finding an engagement with Def. Unlucky for him, he does not have one of the rifles into this round, as he may have been able to find a kill, but actually going to be able to escape with his life and 10 HP.
With 10 HP, though, you have to wonder how much impact he can have. And at that point, especially with the Deagle, Wardell's probably going to be putting himself in either one-and-done spots or flank positions because he wants to be able to get the drop on somebody and really line up that headshot. Because essentially, as soon as he's detected, his life is already forfeit. Yeah,
as soon as anyone even breathes on him with any of their weapons, he is out of the round.
A strong breeze in his direction would send him to spectator heaven.
Ah, it's a good place for fallen CTs.
Send him up to the farm with all my other favorite Counter-Strike players.
He's actually going to be finding all of them right here and unlikely to find anything, and he doesn't. Wardell taken down, and that's going to leave compLexity the entire A bomb site for free. Actually, Seb's going to be jumping out a window immediately and gets a kill on Def, and if he's able to find some more here, this really could be a good defense, but taken down by Ye. Fearless peeks coming out from Ye. And Android's going to get the kill on Connor, and that's probably going to secure the round for compLexity getting the...
This is a god, he got it.
If Rix had a little more HP and a little more utility and a little bit better positioning and a few less terrorists to worry about, he might have gone for this one, but he's going to find the kill on Peter, and that's actually a pretty massive kill, getting the op in the hands of Wardell, assumingly, into the upcoming round. If he's able to get another kill here... Oh, he's actually choosing to go back to B, and this might spell his doom, as Slemmy is right here ready for him.
No. I like when he started enumerating the reasons that Rix wasn't going for it, because it boils down to, essentially, if this was a different game and Rix was a different player on a different team, he probably would have gone for it, but since he's not...
Yeah, there were quite a few reasons why he should not have gone for that, and a little too bad that he wasn't able to save that off, but however, Ghosts are able to afford 2 here as Wardell still yet to find a kill on the board here, 0 and 6. He's going to be looking for his first pick here towards the long A area, but he's going to get mollied out immediately. compLexity are not going to allow Ghosts any easy entries into this round.
Oh, Ghost. Wow, setting up a brick wall in the form of their 2 oppers, B and Wardell, and already finding a lot of success with it. They get the first pick in the round, and it's on a depth, the highest rated player. So taking out a key piece of firepower like that this early on is definitely a really important thing that you can do to try to bolster your chances of success.
Yeah, and Rix is able to find a kill on Slemmy, and now it's just down to Peter, and this looks pretty difficult to manage. He's able to spot Seb in the drop position, so he is aware of where 1 of 4 CTs are. If he's able to turn this into something, it'd be quite incredible, but it looks like the other member on the bomb site, B, clearly aware of his position. Wardell is going to just peek him complete confidence from drop. Just doesn't even believe that Peter is going to be holding him. And that's going to be a 2K for Wardell and a 3rd round for Ghost.
So tell me what you think about this, Maui Snake. You've been around the block maybe a little bit more than I have. I feel like Peter is a very inconsistent player with very, very high highs and very low lows. And essentially, if he's firing on all cylinders and hitting his shots, it's almost impossible for compLexity to lose. But the moment he falls off a little bit, things get far more dicier.
I wouldn't disagree with that entirely. I think that there is some firepower on compLexity that could be credited here. Ye, for example, is a massive player for the compLexity squad. I remember playing against him in ESEA main multiple times, and how he would just completely dominate games. Admittedly, that is at a lower level, but still, he does bring that firepower and confidence into a lot of pro games, especially when he thinks his team isn't getting anything done. You'll see Ye get a little more desperate, and that's sometimes when you see him play better than ever. And Ye's actually going to get the first opening pick into this round towards B, and that's going to help them open up the site there. But great defense from Connor, and Wardell are going to bring it back. Now it's 4v2 with Slemmy and Android. Android, another one of the players, I would say, is a great... Okay, well, he's taken out immediately as soon as I say that. But he's a great player for compLexity for sure, but unable to accomplish anything into this round. And now it's just down to a Slemmy in a 1v2. What do you think Slemmy's chances are?
He is the mastermind of compLexity. He's the IGL. And a lot of people like to say that IGLs, they have a better chance in clutch situations because they think about the game on a deeper level, and I can even agree to that. And additionally, if you've ever tried any level of IGLing, be it open all the way through pro, you know that it just adds this extra layer of stress onto your gameplay all the time. And that's the type of environment you're going to be in when you're in a clutch situation. So Slemmy's pretty prepared for it, but as I say that, he gets flipped on the wall and takes a lot of damage as a result. Now, he does still find the kill on a Rix, but he's very lit, and I imagine that call will be transmitted to his teammate. And also, he's really close to running out of time here. The time going to force his hand. He has to stick to plant, and that's going to allow Wardell to just get right up into him. And Slemmy able to get the bomb down, but not much else. Unfortunately, caught dead to rights, and ooh, with the end. And then Wardell goes for the defuse. He didn't have to do him like that. He didn't have to kill him like that.
You gotta be like that, Wardell. Come on, man.
Come on, Wardell. Why did it be like that?
Slemmy, though, I think just a little bit of overthinking there. He actually had a great chance into that round, but just faking the defuse 3 times, probably 1 time too many. He almost caught Wardell there at the broken wall, but Wardell just waiting for that final 4 seconds before he decides to peek. Definitely was the wisest decision in that situation.
And that makes me a little disappointed that Slemmy faked the bomb twice, because it's the second fake that got him to the point where he needed to then commit to the bomb on the 3rd attempt. You know what I mean? If he planted the second time, you could have faked Wardell into thinking that it was a fake, and then he would have waited for the plant, and you would have had a lot more options in terms of where you position yourself. Instead, he waits until the very end, and Wardell knows exactly where he's going to be, and it's the easiest kill of his life. Some
opening action coming out towards this B-bomb site once again, and it's going to be frags, 2 for Ghost, 1 for compLexity. Going to be thinning the numbers of this terrorist team, and B is just going to be fearless with this mag 7 towards drop, able to take Def's head off quite cleanly, but Ye is able to find him in return. Now Wardell is going to be this defense trying to stop this A connector push, and he's actually able to get Ye and Slemmy there. Nasty. Just great stuff coming out of Wardell. It looks like he's really stepping it up. I think he has 3 2Ks in a row now. This guy is starting to catch fire, and he's giving Ghost a real shot to give themselves a good half here in their final game of Pro League. And this is actually the final game Ghost Gaming is going to be playing in Pro League for at least the next season, unless Ghost Academy is somehow able to get it from Premier, get into Pro League. But yeah, this team is already guaranteed relegation into Premier, or not even relegation. They are guaranteed to be Premier, and Rix, though, putting up a nice stand into this round.
Rix will not go quietly into the Premier darkness.
Great way to put it. And Wardell's going to be fighting Peter, and actually Peter gets the best of him with his P250. And maybe we're going to see Peter catch a little fire here in this round as, oh, Connor's actually able to get the kill there. He had a nice lineup with good crosshair placement, but unable to find the frag. And 2-on-2 situation. This is, I think, better than compLexity could have hoped for going into this round with a very modest buy. Just a lot of pistols, not even armor on most of their players. And now they're grouped up, and the Ghost Gaming players are split up. So this is definitely a chance for them to reset that Ghost economy. Ghost have some decent money on some of their players, but a few of them are going to need... actually, a few of them are not going to be able to buy at all. So this is actually a pretty important round for both teams.
In situations like this, I feel like a very underused strategy is have counter-terrorists just wait essentially in the exits of a bomb site, and then when they see people, run, and then retake together. And so obviously that's not what Ghost Gaming is doing right now. That's almost never what any team does. Instead, Connor electing to take the fight, and that's proving to be the right decision. He manages to take down Slummy, who was, of course, on the Mag 7, leaving Death alone opping and allowing Seb to rotate in. And just the fact that Seb is rotating in essentially seals Dev's fate, but of course, Connor peeking out, and I'd imagine the fire kind of obfuscated his view, and unfortunately he wasn't able to get the shot off, and that's going to be Ghost Gaming pulling ahead by just one more round.
Yeah, really good damage, though, for compLexity there. I think they got way more than they expected out of that round. And now if they actually win this round, they are still able to hurt Ghost economy a lot. Having only a couple alive in the previous rounds, Ghost isn't really stacking the cash, as you may think, despite the 4 rounds in a row victories. But we're going to be seeing a B hit coming out here, and Wardell is posted in the perfect position to be stopping this rush, and he's going to find 3 kills from this statue position. A really impressive round for him. He is really lighting things up over here on basically wherever he goes to. He's not even just playing A or B. He's going wherever he feels like, and no matter where he's gone, he's a monster.
You know it's like a really bad hold when immediately after the rounds ends, just the pause. Just
guys, we got to think about it.
Guys. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, let me think about it.
We've all been there, right? In the server, and just somebody just styles on you, and you're so embarrassed that it's either pause the game or hang your head in shame and just don't play anymore. And compLexity instead opting to pause the game, but they are going into an eco right now. And to be honest, a little pet peeve of mine, it probably doesn't make a huge difference in the long run. I don't like teams using pauses going in eco rounds. I feel like eco rounds are supposed to be throwaways, and you should spend pauses on real gun rounds that are going to matter in the long run.
I agree entirely. I think pauses can shift momentum drastically in games, and when you just lose a round, which is likely to happen for compLexity given their bye, it really doesn't feel like your pause did all that much. And then you go into the next gun round with your head still hung low, and there's, I don't know, you sometimes won't even remember what you said because you just lost again, and you're just depressed about that loss. You hit it spot on, though.
And this is something that I like to talk about because I feel like it often goes underreported. The morality of teams can really contribute to how well they do, which is one of the reasons I'm surprised Ghost Gaming is putting up this good of a fight, considering we all know they're going to Premier next season.
Yeah, they're still giving it their all, it looks like.
Exactly. Very impressive.
There's some reasons for players to still try. Individual performances are still graded throughout the season for just teams looking to recruit players. And actually, oh, yay, with a nice headshot. But yeah, some of these players that are on Ghost might be looking for a different professional team to hop ship to. And if they have a good rating for the season, sometimes the scouting is actually not all that comprehensive for pro teams. And they'll just pick a player up based off of a rating and maybe a name. So I can see some of these players just kind of playing for stats a little bit. But
funnily enough,
they're going
exactly
for
what happened to Stewie, and that's what we were talking about in the pregame. And that was like the textbook example of a gamble like that just working out in an amazing way. Like, no, Stewie should not have been that good. Like, Cloud9 got lucky. I think we can all agree on that, that no signs indicated him being as good as he is on Cloud9.
Yeah, I don't know how they had a good feeling about Stewie, but, I mean, they were able to really nail him as being such an up-and-comer.
Who knows, maybe somebody on Ghost Gaming right now will be the next Stewie.
Perhaps. I think Rix has solidified his name in the professional scene. Wardell has been touted as one of the top 5 or so offers in North America. Yeah. I think Shazam said that.
And he's risen amazingly quickly, too. Like, how many seasons ago was it that Wardell was in Mate?
It was 3, I think, or 2.
Yeah, that's really brief.
Yeah, he really had an incredible rise to stardom, and he became kind of a household name for North American players. Kind of has a cult following among North American offers, and yeah, he's proven himself in this game for sure. Just hitting some nice shots over and over again. Real consistent after those a few bad rounds to start, but he really brought himself up.
Connor falling real early in the round. And one of the things about like a weapon pick like the Mag 7, first of all, it really might not work if somebody like Android peeks you around the corner and gets an amazing headshot off, but it removes your diversity, and that's essentially meaning if they don't go drop, it's very hard for you to find use in the round.
Most definitely. It's going to be pretty hard for Ghost to accomplish anything in this round. I'm surprised Seb is actually still alive in this position, but he's going to be taken out shortly. And now it's just Wardell, probably going to be saving the op into the upcoming round. And maybe we'll see some heroics from him going into the very last round of the half. You think he's got this round?
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
I don't know why. I just like the underdog story, so every time I see someone about to get in the clutch, I hype them up a lot, and they never meet my expectation.
You know, if you just do it every time, eventually you gotta be right.
Just throw stuff at the wall till it sticks.
Oh, that was a great flash. That was some great teamwork. And Def's going to get the final kill on Wardell, and that is going to definitely dampen the Ghost Gaming mood into this last round, as Wardell, without the op, I'm pretty sure every single one of his kills has been with an op, and despite him having an A1S, pretty good rifle. It's not usually the gun you're going to see Wardell go off with, and that, a FAMAS, some pistols. compLexity looks positioned to get this 8th round, or this 8th victory in the final round of the half. So we're going to be seeing both teams go all out, as this is the last round of the half.
As we both know, though, these teams don't make any sense. compLexity really should be winning, so Wardell's going to peek up and get that aggressive kill. Of course, Peter keeps things even, but I wouldn't call anything a lock right now. Ye, on the other hand, though, he wants me to call it for his team nice and early as he comes around and he finds Seb as well, and that pretty much seals the bomb site to compLexity as they pour in. A rotation coming in from those counter-terrorist players, but it might be too little too late, especially as Rix, he tries to stop the bleeding in that B bomb site and rushes in by himself, but unfortunately that just means he's an easy target.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty difficult retake. Wardell with that single A1S actually was able to find a kill with it. Did better than I expected with it, but Peter's going to be finding him with the op, and now B completely flashed with nothing but a CZ. Let's see if he can get some damage in. Unable to find the kill as Ye getting a nice 3K to close the half out. 8-7 for compLexity, and if they are able to win this game, well, it seals the fate for Ghost. It's already been sealed, but compLexity actually have some money on the line here. If they are able to win this game with a good round differential, and I think Renegades lose their game, I think compLexity will win a couple $1,000 more. So they actually have something to win here. I would see. It's nothing really to just. This game, even though it seems like it's two bottom feeder teams for the Pro League, there's actually quite a bit at stake for the compLexity guys. I would definitely like another $500 in my bank account. I know that.
And you actually made an excellent point that I'd never really considered before as far as the Ghost Gaming players on an individual basis. Of course they still want to perform well. This is, since they're going back to Premier, this is probably the last time most of them are going to see any time at all on the world stage. They need to make a great name for themselves and hopefully prospect themselves to other teams. And honestly, a team like Ghost, if the consequence of you getting to Pro League is 2 of your players end up joining better Pro League teams, that's a pretty good run.
It's a good investment.
Exactly. And I honestly, maybe it's a little less true as time has gone on, and the GMC crew was a little diluted, but I'm sure there's still going to be some truth ringing in my words. You got to imagine that's a close group of friends, and you got to imagine they all want each other to succeed just as badly as they want themselves to succeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, given the likelihood that many of them are going to be playing Premier into the upcoming season, I'd be a huge fan of seeing B, Wardell, Neptune all reunite to form the old B's Money crew. Neptune's been chilling on Ghost Gaming's Academy team, and that team is already... That team's at least going to be in Premier next season. They're, I think they have 10 wins right now. They might be 10-6 actually, and they're going to make the Premier playoffs. So there's actually a small possibility that the Ghost Academy team will make Pro League in the upcoming season, although unlikely. Perhaps we see some kind of reunited team where Neptune's on it. Perhaps they will remove some of the players, although Odorous has been playing amazingly for that team. A couple of just amazing players on that Academy team, but a few may be removed, and we might see Wardell and B join their ranks, and maybe a Ghost Gaming Reborn team? I don't know.
You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like the first North American team to win a major.
You know what? I can't disagree with you, Mazer.
This match for me, I don't know why, this is the match of overhype. That's where I'm at right now.
This is probably the most important game I have ever casted. And,
in all honesty, I truly believe that this match is going to decide the winner of EPL this season.
You know what?
Despite the fact that neither team is eligible for finals right now.
I can't agree with you less. Well, looks like it's halftime. Is the scoreboard still relevant? Nope, it's not. Well,
I hate that. But anyway, we're going to kick it to music real quick while we wait for these teams to situate themselves, get ready for the second half. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Maui Snake trying to bring you the most entertaining and informative stream that we possibly can for this final night of ESL Pro League matches. Thanks for watching. Hey guys.
And if you're just joining us, this is the final day of ESL Pro League season. What season? Well, it's the final day of this ESL Pro League season. You are joined by your casters, Maui Snake, which is myself, and Mazer. You can find us at Twitter at MazerCSGO and Maui Snake. That's spelled MAUISNAKE. Be sure to show us some love when you can. Oh, Mazer CS.
Yep, that's everyone notable. But now that we've covered all of that, we're going to get into this pistol round. It's the counter-terrorists. They've stacked up in a way that allows very, very quick rotations, which, as I previously mentioned, I'm a fan of. And so right now, they're going to begin their assault. Crossfire is just a little bit too much for them. Deft managed to take one down, but I said it was too much, and I was absolutely wrong. Connor finds two, and Rix and B both chiming in with one of their own. And now it's Slummy in a 1 versus 4, and I think he's got it. He finds one kill. He's looking for the second, but he falls flat on his face immediately afterwards. Ghost Gaming going to be running away with the pistol round. They've tied it up now. Let's see if they can galvanize this, make it into a real comeback.
Yeah, I think, well, it wouldn't be the craziest comeback, but in respect to both these team standings, you know what? Let's just say it is.
The 1-round deficit comeback.
The 8-7 to 8-8 comeback is now in the works. This is now in the running. If you are betting live, I am sure the odds were actually in complexity's favor at halftime, and now maybe those Ghost Gaming halftime bets may have been paying off, and Seb's going to be finding some nice entry anti-ecos, a couple nice headshots from the stairs position, and Connor's going to be cleaning them up as well, pushing sidewalk. Rick's able to find the final kill, and they are just hunting those HLTV 2.0 statistics, and that's going to be 9-8 in favor of Ghost, and it's going to be another anti-eco. Let's see who the hungriest player is for Ghost. B with the MAC-10. I am sure he's going to be trying to rack up some eco frags, given that he only has 6 kills in this game so far. B, you gotta do it to him, my man.
You know we had to do it to him. So I actually, on Terra side, I love on anti-ecos grabbing MAC-10s and AKs, because you essentially just have the 2 MAC-10 players run around like they're on cocaine, and jump and jump and jump and jump and be impossible to hit, which is exactly what Seb is doing right now. And while they're really difficult to hit and seeming like a big problem, AKs can and actually kill people.
And just look how hungry they are right now. They are pushing into the A bomb site. They haven't even planted the bomb yet, and they are actually waiting to plant the bomb so that they can get all these eco frags. And now B, he's hungry. He's looking. Does he know Ye's position? He's about to find him, and he jumps over his head, and he's actually able to find the headshot on Ye. And that is B getting his 7th kill in this game, picking up some important economy as well. Let that not go under the radar that every kill with the MAC-10 is $600 in the bank. Along with that round win, that's $3,850. For B in that round. Pretty impressive round.
Snake. He knows the numbers and he can do them right in his head. That's why we pay him the big bucks. But now as we head into this next round, we can see Ghost Gaming. It looks like they have a pretty firm idea of how they want to play this, but that involves the bomb and most of their players heading towards that B bomb site. And so now I'm wondering, what are the 2 players working along? What is their goal?
They're going to be moving, trying to get some control. He is going to go about as he's just kind of standing right on his heels is his teammate, and if they're able to trade out some nice kills here, they can definitely get some. But it looks like the other side of the map is where the real action is, as Seb is able to get the kill on Android. Connor's going to get taken down from Ye. Rick's now in a weird connector position, and he's going to be trying to move to that A site. Actually, flicks around to get Ye, and now Slemmy, the lone defender of the A bomb site, is going to get spotted. And now Peter with nothing but an op and 4 HP.
Oh, he's got it.
That's 1 HP for each of the terrorists. I think he has a great opportunity here. If they only do 1 damage to him each, and he's able to get the last guy without taking any damage at all, he has a great chance to win this round. But in other news, it looks like he's going to be just going to the restrooms over here, the porta potties right to his side, and he's going to even take a little glance at the porta potties as well, seeing if he can find any
He's thinking about it.
stragglers.
Do I climb in?
Yeah, is he? He's thinking. He's definitely thinking about it. Do I have to go? Do I not?
But right now, he's just trying to save the offense in the next round, and who could blame him? The Dragon Lore is an expensive one, but of course, while he's worried about the 2 players kind of loudly approaching him from the B-bomb side, he gets flanked by one a little bit quieter. So smart play from Ghost Gaming and just kind of pincering him like that. And Peter is going to lose the AWP, which can be a very impactful force, but unfortunately in this game, he's not really putting up the numbers that you'd want from an AWPer, which is a little rough. And actually, now that I look at it, everyone on compLexity is kind of fragging right in the middle of each other. No one's really pulling away, and actually the top fragger is Slummy. And just, not to insult Slummy, but that's not really the leaderboard that we should be looking at. If compLexity is going to be successful, Android has to be fragging very well, Ye has to be fragging very well, and hopefully Peter's putting up numbers as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're going to just have to definitely get some kills to get back into this game. Without a doubt. Setups have seemed a little questionable so far on this CT side. Not able to get trades efficiently in a lot of the spots that you'd hope. And Peter, the last member of compLexity, is going to get taken down by Connor. And it looks like they're going to be in a full buy. A nice pause coming out from compLexity. These are the pauses we were talking about earlier. Pausing before a gun round. This is where you can shift the momentum of the game and hopefully just bring yourself back into it, 1 round at a time.
Yeah, this is the perfect use of the pause, like we'd previously mentioned. And the reason it's so... given themselves every possible advantage that they could have right now. They have guns, they have as much time as they need to think up a strat.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they actually decide to just stack a bomb site a little more. Their normal defenses have not been all that effective, given how close Ghost has been on each other. And it looks like they're going to be just playing a pretty standard setup here, but Peter and Slemmy are going to be on top of each other towards the long area, and Ghost is actually just going to make their way right up the A slope, and actually going to be taking control of this bomb site for free, actually. And as soon as we say that, Wardell and Peter finding kills with both of their offs. Peter putting a great hold in place from this long A position. He's actually able to get a third. Peter is actually going off in this round, doing exactly what we needed him to for this to be a competitive game, where he's going to get 3 kills from position. He's actually going to be looking for more, while the rest of his team is going to be pushing out. Looks like Ye's going to be finding contact towards APC. He's actually going to get his head taken off by B, though. 2 on 3. Ghosts are trying to hold this bomb plant down, but Peter with another nice wall bang is going to close the round out for compLexity. Great stuff from him that round. 4K.
Real kill of 4K, and then he hops on the bomb for the defuse, too. You just know he's screaming in TeamSpeak, guys, don't you dare, I got the 4K, I need the ELO. All jokes aside, though, that does pull out the round, and like we mentioned, that pause exactly what the doctor ordered for compLexity. That's their first round in quite some time on the counter-terrorist side. However, not enough to break the eco. Ghost Gaming has won round after round after round, and so compLexity is right up against the full buy again. Do you think they have what it takes to pull it off twice in a row?
They're gonna have to do it 3 times in a row, actually. If they get this one, it'd be great, but Ghost Gaming have money in the bank, as the lowest on their team, Connor, with 3.5k, is still gonna be able to buy into the upcoming round. Everyone with more money than him on top of that. So, 3-peat is what's actually necessary here, and that is a tall order, given how good Ghosts have been on these terrorist rounds. Prior to that one, of course.
And Wardell, he actually gets the pick, and the flash inadvertently forces him to fall off, which I think is actually much better for him. A lot of players, they can get a little bit too aggressive there and immediately try to re-peek, although as I'm saying this, Wardell proving me wrong, re-peeking over and over again, and every single frag. Man, you're too good. It's impossible to cast for you. But Rick's going to grab the headshot on Android through the post. And then, interesting smoke right there that he's going to throw through the window, and I'm not really sure if it landed where he wanted it to, but close enough.
That was some really impressive stuff from Wardell. Wardell knows that the professional eyes are on him. He knows that this is his last, as you said, game on the big stage, the last game of potentially his Pro League career, and he is not going to let himself go out quietly. Finding just entry, like that was a triple entry onto the B bomb site. That is not
And it was
a
opping.
strategy.
Like that, you're not supposed to entry with the op.
No, you're not.
It's not how it works.
Just putting on a masterclass performance and just showing complexity that he's better in a lot of ways. Maybe not for the season as a team, individually in that round. He definitely made a statement.
Gets picked up by a pro team, as we were talking about earlier, I'd be shocked if it was anyone but Wardell. I think the only other people or person really on the team that is putting up numbers similar to him rather consistently, and that would be Rix. He's kind of already had that shot on a pro team before, and I don't want to say he blew it, but he didn't perform as expected. So I doubt most teams would kind of take that risk. However, Wardell, he's young, fresh, upcoming talent. I believe this is his first season in Pro League. If it's not his first, it's certainly one of very few. Yeah. Surround that man with the right talent. He could be the next Kusta, except for real this time.
Ooh, shots. Okay. Well,
honestly, like, completely unrelated, but I don't think Kusta's underwhelming performance had anything to do with him. I think his system in enemy was very specific and very routinized in a way that allowed him to shine, and Liquid did not have that. Put that aside, because it's not a good job.
Be a full-out rush as they know that complexity are on an eco round, and they are going to be hunting those frags once again. We're going to see B at the forefront taking down Android. Rix, though, going to be hunting even harder as he's going to get 2, and now Rix with a 3K, oh, a 4K actually, and going to be picking up some nice economy there. No one from complexity, I think, even dying there. Oh no, actually there was one death the way of Ghost. My bad. Sorry, Ghost. And
it can get confusing.
Otherwise, a great round for them.
Yeah, nearly flawless. And in complexity, they looked like they were going to be able to tear back into it, but unfortunately, that momentum after their one round win, they just weren't able to carry it forward. And Ghost, they're right back into it, right back into really streaky wins. And you can see the buy on complexity is just not strong. The 2 commodities, it seems minute, but every little thing counts. Every extra point of damage counts. And right now, Death proving that he manages to somehow mow down 2 people with the M4. Very impressive. And that's sends Ghost Gaming reeling. Losing 2 people this early on in the round is almost a crushing blow. It's going to be very difficult for them to come back.
Yeah, without a doubt, a 5v3 disadvantage is pretty tough to handle on cbble especially, and just sending all their players into drop is an interesting strategy. If Wardell's able to find some more magic here, he actually finds the kill completely blind, but it's traded out by Dev. Now it's at 2-on-3, a little more manageable for the Ghost side, but it looks like complexity is going to be swarming their position as they are on every side of drop right now, and it's pretty much up to Rix to try to find something here, as complexity knows that B is stuck in that drop position, and I think Rix is spotting Ye's gun here, and if he can take his head off, able to win the duel. Nice. Actually, now it's down to a 2-on-2, and now B can probably escape from this drop position shortly.
All of a sudden, this is winnable. Really didn't appear to be. Now, Peter, he's worked up. He's trying to hold this drop angle, and luckily for him, B is still flash when that smoke fades. And unfortunately, right after we call it winnable, Peter and Slummy really find their footing and mop up the last 2. Complexity, again, they managed to take a one-off round, but unfortunately, winning rounds at this rate just isn't enough. It's like one of those old 4th grade math problems. If the water's flowing into the tank at this rate and flowing out at this rate, will the tank empty? And right now, unfortunately for complexity, their tank is running out, despite what little they managed to bail into it over the side.
Really good simile there that you used.
Yeah, what a metaphor that what a comparison that was. Yeah, but anyway.
That was really nice. The water looks to be quite overflowing, as Ghost still with quite a bit of economy going into this round, and it's just gonna be, it is gonna be a grind. It is a grind. They're low again, so complexity dealing some nice early damage onto Ghost in the beginning of this one. Death has been finding a lot of damage just spamming through that flat smoke, and Ghost kind of making their way towards this drop position again. They're really starting to favor this, even though this isn't really where their earlier gun round wins have come from. Are still interested in prodding this area out. And Wardell's going to find the first pick of the round on Death, and that's going to find an opening onto the B bomb site. Just held by Ye towards Broken Wall now. Seb's able to find Slemmy, and it's up to Ye to really hold this. Android actually rotated quite quickly into a good position. Now it's actually a nice crossfire on Android and getting some really great kills, but Ye getting a little too hasty there. Now down to an offload between Peter and Wardell. Wardell actually pulling out the CZ in time, is able to take down Peter. Now it's a one-on-one situation, and Wardell is somehow able to find the wallbang on Android. An impressive round for him. Just
He's nuts.
Completely startled, but still able to collect himself and win the clutch. The 1v2 there. Just, he is really making a name for himself in his final game of the season.
He's making a name for himself, and that name is Waldell. I stole that from chat.
Baldard. Want to change the words around, but that kind of sounds a little weird. I like Waldell a little better too.
Look at Ghost. They're all clustered right together, and it's like they just want to end this quick, and they rush immediately into B with the exception of Rick, who sees behind and watches the flank, and then God just ready and waiting for the push. Now Ghost, they start mowing people down, but very quickly they take losses of their own, and now Death and Slemmy, the last two players left, very, very low HP. It's going to be tough for them to make it through here. Slemmy spam down, and it looks like this is all she wrote. Death shot in the back as he attempts an escape. And that seals it out. Ghost Gaming, they take it.
Yeah, pretty tense game, actually. Just pretty huge mountain for the compLexity players to climb, but that is going to seal their fate and their prize money for the season. Ghost still going to be moved to Premier in the upcoming season, but we have been your hosts, Maui Snake and Mazer. I'm just going to plug ourselves one more time. My Twitter is twitter.com/MauiSnake. You can find all my social media there, and I'll let Mazer do the same.
And find me at MazerCSGO, as Maui Snake mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout the night. I appreciated the kind words especially. And this was a fun game to cast, and I hope you see more of me and Maui behind the desk at the ESL Pro League next season.
You can only hope for it. And we'd like to shout out our producer who has been with us all night, running ads for us, being the observer, and being the silent voice behind the production.
And by silent, we mean not silent. Very annoying.
No,
I love Kilroy.
Yeah, Kilroy. Kilroy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing all the dirty work for us. It's a job that goes underappreciated, but we appreciate you. Show some love to Kilroy in the chat, please.
We appreciate everyone, especially the viewers.